The hallway light stays on longer than usual. It hums faintly against the quiet of the building, pale and steady, while the elevator doors slide shut with a soft metal breath. In your hand, the charger rests loosely, its cord brushing against your wrist as you step out and stand for a moment, not quite ready to move. The air feels cooler here. Somewhere behind a closed office door, a keyboard taps in a steady rhythm, small and persistent, like someone finishing one last thing before going home. The sound carries through the thin walls and settles in the space between your shoulders. You glance at the battery percentage once more. It is not low enough to panic, not high enough to ignore. Just there. The charger shifts in your palm as if it belongs to this hour, this narrow stretch between leaving and arriving, between finishing and beginning again. In the quiet noon light of the office corridor, dust floats near the ceiling panels. No one speaks. The elevator chime fades into the distance. The charger's plug catches a bit of glare before you tuck it closer to your side. The hallway remains still. You take a few steps forward. And the door at the end of the corridor closes softly. The elevator opens again, though no one steps out this time. You walk toward the office door at the end of the hallway, the charger still looped around your fingers, its white cord swaying lightly with each step. The noon light filters in through a narrow window near the stairwell, not warm, not cold, just clear enough to show the faint scratches on the floor tiles. Inside, the office is quieter than usual. Most desks are empty. Chairs are pushed in halfway, screens dimmed but not fully dark, as if everyone stepped away only for a moment. From somewhere near the far wall, a keyboard continues its steady tapping, careful and measured. The sound does not rush. It simply keeps going. You pause beside your desk. The charger rests on top of a stack of papers, its plug touching the edge of the laptop like a thought not yet completed. The battery percentage blinks once on the screen before settling. Not urgent. Not safe either. Just somewhere in between. Across the room, someone clears their throat softly. The keyboard sound resumes. The air conditioner hums above, blending with the low electronic pulse from idle monitors. You sit down and let your shoulders drop, just a little. The charger cord slips from the papers and falls against the desk with a faint plastic sound. Outside the window, light shifts. It is still midday, but the brightness has softened, as if the sun is taking a quieter path behind thin clouds. On the glass, your reflection looks almost transparent, layered over the empty parking lot below. You glance again at the battery percentage, then at the charger in your hand. It could wait. Or it could not. There is something ordinary about these small decisions, whether to plug in now or later, whether to finish the email or close the screen. The keyboard tapping from the far wall slows for a moment, then resumes, as steady as before. You reach toward the laptop but stop midway. Instead, your fingers trace the charger cord once, feeling the slight bend where it has been folded too tightly before. It is not new. It has traveled from home to office and back again, tucked into bags, pulled from outlets, sometimes forgotten overnight. On the corner of your desk, a water bottle stands half full. The air smells faintly of dust warmed by electronics. It is not unpleasant. Just present. You glance toward the office door, half expecting someone to enter, to speak, to ask something small. But the hallway beyond remains empty. The keyboard finally stops. Silence spreads gently across the room, thin but noticeable. For a few seconds, there is only the hum of the air conditioner and the soft flicker of your screen. The battery percentage remains unchanged, hovering at its quiet number. You lean back slightly. The chair creaks in response. Your eyes move from the screen to the charger again. It feels like a small mirror of the day itself, not drained, not full, simply running on what is left. From somewhere near the elevator, a distant mechanical sound echoes and fades. You exhale without realizing you were holding your breath. The charger rests against your palm, cool and familiar. The screen brightness feels a little too sharp against your eyes, but you do not adjust it yet. A few more seconds pass. The office remains still, suspended in this midday pause where nothing demands immediate attention. Your fingers curl loosely around the plug, and you finally stand, stepping toward the wall outlet beside the filing cabinet. You do not hurry. The charger slides into the socket with a small, firm click. And the office door closes softly. The office door is heavier on the way out. It resists slightly before giving in, as if the hinges prefer staying closed at this hour. The hallway outside feels wider now, emptied of even the faint keyboard tapping that had been threading through the walls. Your laptop remains plugged in behind you. The charger cord stretches neatly from outlet to desk, a thin line of quiet reassurance. The battery percentage will climb slowly without you watching it. There is something steady about that. Something that does not require effort. You walk toward the elevator again. The fluorescent lights above hum in a flat, even tone. Your footsteps echo more than they did earlier, small sounds meeting tile and returning without comment. For a moment, you slip your hand into your pocket and feel the absence of the charger there. It feels lighter. Near the stairwell window, noon light gathers in a pale rectangle on the floor. Dust moves lazily through it. You pause inside that light, not long, just long enough to notice how the brightness changes the color of your shoes, the faint scuff near the toe. From somewhere above, a distant chair scrapes once. Then stillness again. The elevator button glows softly when you press it. You do not check your phone. You do not open any new tab in your mind. The hallway holds you in its plainness. The elevator arrives with a quiet chime. Inside, the mirrored wall reflects your outline back at you, slightly curved at the edges. For a second, you think of the charger resting by your desk, already doing its small work. No applause. No announcement. Just a steady line of current moving where it needs to go. The doors slide closed. The descent is slow, almost careful. Floor numbers light up one by one, unhurried. You lean back against the cool metal panel and listen to the faint mechanical rhythm behind the walls. It is not loud. Just enough to remind you that something is moving. At the lobby level, the doors open to a softer kind of quiet. The building's entrance lets in filtered daylight. Outside, traffic passes at a distance, muted through glass. You step out and stand near the door for a moment, not fully leaving, not fully staying. There is no rush. Across the street, a delivery truck idles briefly before pulling away. The sound fades quickly. You glance once toward the elevator doors behind you, already sealed again, carrying someone else up or down. Your hand brushes against your pocket again. Empty now, without the familiar loop of cord. It is a small difference, barely noticeable, yet your steps feel less crowded. The charger is where it should be. The battery percentage is quietly rising without you measuring it. A few people pass by without speaking. No one looks hurried. No one lingers. The glass door reflects the sky in faint, shifting shapes as clouds move overhead. You push it open gently. Warm air meets your face. For a moment, you stand on the threshold between the building's steady hum and the softer outside sounds. Nothing dramatic happens. Nothing needs to. You take one step forward. And the door closes softly. By the time you return upstairs, the office feels even quieter than before. The hallway light has not changed, yet something in the air has softened. The elevator doors part without hurry, revealing the same stretch of tile, the same closed doors, the same faint hum in the ceiling. Inside, your desk waits as you left it. The charger cord lies in a gentle curve from outlet to laptop, no tension in it now. On the screen, the battery percentage has climbed a few numbers higher, small but visible. You do not count exactly how many. You only notice that it is rising. The chair rolls back with a low sound as you sit. For a moment, you do not open any new window. The screen stays on its current page, still and quiet. The air conditioner hums overhead, steady as breathing. A keyboard taps again somewhere down the hall. Not as constant as earlier. Just a few light strokes, then silence. The sound lands in the room and fades without echo. You rest your forearms on the desk and look at the charger plug where it meets the laptop. There is nothing remarkable about it. Plastic against metal. A small connection. Yet without it, the numbers on the screen would move in a different direction. The battery percentage shifts up by one more point while you are not looking directly at it. Outside the narrow window, light has thinned. Clouds gather in a pale layer, muting the brightness into something softer. The reflection on the screen grows fainter, leaving your work more clearly visible. You close one tab. Then another. The room does not react. It remains steady, unchanged by your small choices. Across the aisle, a desk lamp flickers on for a second before being switched off again. The faint clicking of a keyboard resumes, measured and light. You reach for the edge of the charger cord. Your fingers slide along it once, feeling the smooth coating warm slightly by use. It does not resist. It does not demand attention. It simply continues doing what it was made to do. There is a kind of quiet in that. Not dramatic. Not inspiring. Just plain. You glance at the battery percentage again. Higher now. Enough to ease something small in your chest, though you would not call it worry. The afternoon begins to tilt. The hallway beyond the door grows dimmer by degrees, shadows lengthening across the floor tiles. A cart rolls by once, its wheels soft against the ground, then disappears. You let your shoulders sink further into the chair. The laptop screen dims slightly on its own, adjusting to the lowered light. You do not interfere. The charger remains connected, a thin line of current passing unseen. Somewhere, a drawer closes gently. The keyboard tapping stops again. The office air feels less like a workspace and more like a room simply holding people for a while. You place your hand flat on the desk beside the laptop, feeling the faint vibration from its internal fan. The battery percentage climbs another point. You watch it without urgency. The charger stays in place, quiet and certain. And somewhere down the hall, a door closes softly. Late afternoon settles without announcement. The office lights remain the same, yet the tone of the room shifts almost imperceptibly. The hallway beyond your door carries a softer echo now, as if the building itself has begun to exhale. Your laptop screen holds a muted glow. The charger stays connected, its small indicator light steady and patient. The battery percentage is no longer hovering near the middle. It has crossed into a more comfortable number, though you do not measure what that comfort means. A few desks down, someone types a short reply. The keyboard tapping is lighter than earlier, less urgent, spaced by longer pauses. Between those pauses, the air conditioner hum becomes more noticeable, a low thread of sound running through everything. You scroll once. Then stop. The motion feels unnecessary. The screen brightness adjusts subtly as daylight fades outside the window, the glow turning softer against your eyes. Through the glass, the sky leans toward gray. Clouds press closer together, flattening the edges of nearby buildings. You notice how the reflection of your own face appears faintly on the screen, layered over open documents and small icons in the corner. The charger cord forms a quiet curve across the desk. It has not moved since you plugged it in. No one would notice it unless they were looking for it. Still, it is there, doing its steady work without sound. You check the battery percentage again. It is higher now than it has been all day. The number does not spark relief or celebration. It simply registers as enough. Somewhere down the hall, a chair rolls back. Footsteps follow, measured and slow. A brief murmur of voices passes the doorway and fades quickly. The keyboard tapping does not resume this time. You rest your hands loosely on the desk. The surface feels cool beneath your palms. For a moment, you let your eyes drift from the screen to the thin line where charger meets laptop. There is something almost tender in that connection. Not because it is meaningful, but because it is reliable. It does not question. It does not hesitate. It just remains plugged in, letting energy move quietly from one place to another. The hallway lights flicker once, then steady themselves. Outside, the sky dims another shade. The office begins to resemble evening even before the clock declares it so. You glance toward the time on the corner of the screen without focusing on the exact minute. The battery percentage has climbed again. You feel it in a subtle way, the same way you notice when a room has warmed slightly or when a cup in your hand holds more heat than before. No drama. No announcement. Just a quiet shift. A door opens briefly at the end of the corridor. Then closes. The sound carries down the hallway and thins out before reaching you fully. You reach toward the laptop, not to unplug it yet, just to rest your fingers near the charger port. The cord remains firm, steady, unchanged by the fading light. The office grows still. And somewhere beyond the glass, a door closes softly. Evening does not arrive all at once. It slips in through the window in layers, thinning the light across your desk until the laptop screen becomes the brightest object in the room. The charger remains in place, a small white line against the darker surface. The battery percentage has risen steadily. You do not remember the exact number from before, only that it is higher now. Higher than it was when you first walked down the hallway with the cord wrapped around your hand. A keyboard taps once more from somewhere nearby. Just a few strokes. Then silence. The sound feels softer at this hour, as if it knows it does not need to carry far. You glance toward the doorway but see no one passing. The air conditioner hum blends into the background. You barely notice it unless the room grows completely quiet. Outside, traffic moves in a distant line of headlights, blurred through the glass. The sky has deepened into a muted blue-gray, without any sharp edges. Your eyes return to the charger. The cord curves gently across the desk, its surface faintly warm where your fingers touch it. It has been there for hours now, steady and unnoticed, letting the battery percentage inch upward one quiet point at a time. There is no rush in that movement. No sudden jump. Just a slow filling. You lean back in your chair and watch the screen dim slightly as the surrounding light fades further. The office feels larger in the quiet. Desks that once seemed crowded now look spaced apart, shadows stretching between them. Somewhere down the corridor, a drawer slides shut with a soft thud. You glance at the time without fixing it in your mind. It is late enough that the hallway outside your door has grown darker than before. The fluorescent lights hum more noticeably against the evening stillness. The battery percentage reaches a number that feels enough. Not full. Not perfect. Simply enough to last. You sit with that for a moment, letting your shoulders rest fully against the back of the chair. A faint reflection of your face appears again on the screen. Not sharp. Just an outline layered over open windows and small icons in the corner. You notice how the glow of the display softens the lines around your eyes. You reach toward the charger plug. Your fingers pause just before touching it, as if acknowledging the quiet work it has been doing all this time. The cord does not move. It remains steady, unconcerned with what you decide next. Outside, a car passes with headlights briefly flashing across the ceiling. Then darkness settles again. The office feels suspended between day and night, neither fully active nor fully closed. You rest your hand lightly on the charger. The battery percentage holds at its new, higher number. There is nothing urgent left to finish at this desk right now. For a moment, you simply sit. The room does not ask for anything more. And down the hallway, a door closes softly. By the time night settles fully, the office has emptied itself of sound. The hallway lights remain on, but their brightness feels softer against the dark windows. Your laptop screen glows steadily in front of you, the charger still connected, its thin cord now almost luminous in the dimness. The battery percentage is close to full. Not quite there. Just near enough that you no longer glance at it every few minutes. It holds its place calmly, as if aware that nothing urgent waits beyond this hour. The air conditioner hum continues in a low, even line. Without the earlier keyboard tapping, the hum feels wider, filling the spaces between desks. Your chair creaks softly as you shift your weight, the sound briefly breaking the stillness before dissolving again. Outside the window, the sky is dark. Only a few distant lights remain from nearby buildings. Their reflections stretch faintly across the glass and blend with the glow of your screen. You look once more at the charger. Its plug sits firmly in place, unchanged from the moment you pressed it in earlier. The battery percentage rises by a single point, quiet and deliberate. There is something almost tender in that small movement. Not because it changes anything dramatic, but because it continues without announcement. Energy moves through the cord, invisible and patient, filling what was once slowly draining. You rest your hand beside the laptop. The desk feels cooler now than it did in the afternoon. The air carries a faint trace of dust and metal, softened by the late hour. No footsteps echo in the hallway. No drawers slide shut. Only the hum. You scroll once through the final open document, then stop midway, letting the page rest where it is. The words on the screen seem less demanding at night. They sit more quietly, as if willing to wait. The battery percentage reaches a number that feels complete. Not perfect. Just steady. You watch it hold there for a few seconds, neither rising nor falling. Your eyes drift to the dark window. For a moment, the reflection of the charger cord appears almost like a thin line of light connecting desk to wall. It looks delicate, though you know it is not fragile. You lean back slowly. The chair responds with a soft sigh. The room remains still around you, the kind of stillness that does not ask for explanation. Your hand moves toward the laptop. Not hurried. Not reluctant. The charger has done its quiet work for hours now, without complaint or praise. You wrap your fingers gently around the plug. The battery percentage remains high and steady. The cord feels slightly warm against your palm. For a second, you pause. Then you pull the plug free. The small indicator light fades. The laptop screen continues to glow, no longer drawing from the wall. You gather the cord loosely in your hand. And when you step into the hallway, the office door closes softly. The hallway feels different at night. The lights cast a narrower circle on the floor, leaving the edges in soft shadow. In your hand, the charger rests loosely again, its cord gathered without hurry. The elevator doors open with a quiet breath. Inside, the mirrored wall reflects a smaller version of this moment, the laptop tucked under your arm, the cord looped once around your fingers, the day no longer pressing forward. The battery percentage stays high and steady. You do not check it again. It is simply there, like a small assurance you do not need to speak about. The building hum fades as you descend. At the lobby, the air is cooler. Outside, the street is thinner now, traffic moving in softer lines beneath dim streetlights. You step through the glass door without looking back. The charger shifts slightly in your palm, warm from earlier, no longer connected but still present. Nothing dramatic has changed. The laptop holds its quiet reserve. The hallway behind you stands empty. You walk a few steps into the night air. And somewhere above, a door closes softly.